Game Chat with Bwana episode 77 starting right about now. Now.
Welcome to Game Chat with Bwana, your source for gaming news and reviews. Now, here's Bwana McCall.
It's Game Chat with Bwana. This is Game Chat with Bwana episode 77 coming at you live at live.bwana.tv and at twitch.tv/Bwana. We're here live and we're not dead, which means we're alive, which is a good thing. Otherwise, I'd be a zombie and you guys would be like shooting me and doing all kinds of nasty things. We as humans are being conditioned to really hate zombies. But what if zombies are the savior of the world? What if zombies were to come here and say, we could solve your world hunger problem simply by eating each other? And that would be the solution for everything. We're like, no, zombies, die. We hate you all. I don't know where that just came from. I might have to check and see if I've taken all of my meds. This is Game Chat with Bwana episode 77. What we do here at Game Chat with Bwana is we talk about the last 7 days of gaming news, and we scour our RSS feeds. I still use RSS. Shut up. RSS feeds and our favorite websites and our social networks, and we try to find the best stories out there, but we don't always find them, so I try to do the best I can, and we talk about them here at Game Chat with Bwana. We do this once a week every Saturday, and I must apologize. We were supposed to start at 3 p.m., but certain circumstances prevented us from starting on time. We strategized and made sure to prioritize all of our efforts to make sure that it was done at 3 p.m. But what had happened was we fell asleep and we didn't wake up. We went into a rapid that sleep where your eyes start flickering really fast and you're dreaming about Kirby and sheep. And all of a sudden, it was 9 o'clock at night. Game Chat with Bwana. We're gonna go ahead and get started, y'all. Y'all ready for this? Let's go.
Game Chat with Bwana would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Twitch.tv, Wirecast, YouTube, and 123 Systems. Thank you all for your support of Game Chat with Bwana.
Yes. And for our first story, we're going to talk about the Microsoft people because that's what we do here at Game Chat with Bwana. We talk about people and they nothing they can do about it except sue. Microsoft has decided that you are required. That's right. You will be part of a task force called Enforcement United. You will be tasked to go to said derp users that scream on Xbox Live and just shout all kinds of expletives that we cannot pronounce and we cannot repeat here. You will be tasked to ban them into the ground. Here at Enforcement United, we are tasked to snoop. We are tasked to record. We are tasked to offer our opinion in a democratic society where we can vote on the death of yet another Xbox Live derp. I'm just joking. Microsoft has unveiled Enforcement United, and they want you to be Big Brother for them. This is very similar to what you see in the League of Legends Tribunal and other systems that try to enforce the code of conduct from a player perspective. Players are being tasked to basically snoop. This is what this article is saying. It says Microsoft has made a new better called Enforcement United, which asks everyday users to keep tabs on fellow members. Basically, it allows every members, I don't know, to snitch on others whom they believe to be in violation of rules. Here's a quote from Microsoft. We have built in a series of carefully designed controls so no individual participant can wield unchecked power over another. So they got some checks and balances in place. That is good. The system will also continually calibrate itself to understand how reliable the data is and the sources it comes from. So, yeah, will you be deputized? Because apparently Microsoft is going to offer some kind of rewards and stuff, avatars, and you're probably going to get a policeman badge avatar. You're going to be a hall monitor. That's what you're going to be. You ever had hall monitors in elementary school? People had these belts on with the badges and walk, don't run. No running in the halls. Where's your hall pass, sir? You're basically the resident snitch. How does it feel to be a traitor to your own kind? Check it out, guys. This is over on MTV Multiplayer. They got the details. Microsoft unveils Enforcement United, which wants you to be big brother for them. Now, let's talk about the game that I absolutely adore. It's called EVE Online, and this game has been going on for 10 years. I've been gushing about it all over the place. People ask me, do I still play? I still play. I don't stream it as much because streaming EVE Online is kind of a chore. If you're familiar with games like DayZ, where your position in a PvP world is compromised, somebody's going to be watching your stream and going, man, I'm bored. Bwana streaming EVE Online, huh? I guess I'll just mosey over there and blow him up. It'll be the greatest thing ever. He'll love it. And he'll love me for it. Let's go. So people come on your stream, they watch where you are, and they blow you up. So that's why I don't stream EVE that much, because it's kind of getting more common. People are really adamant about blowing your face up because it's PvP everywhere. But speaking of PvP, the biggest battle in EVE Online history happened this week, and it was ginormous. This is a battle that's been going on pretty much all summer. It's called the Battle of the Fountain, and there's a landmark, a station in this area that looks like a giant fountain. That's why they call it the Fountain. And apparently the resources and the moons in the system and the resources are very rich due to the latest Odyssey expansion. And a lot of the nullsec and lowsec people in the Badlands, if you will, of EVE Online want control of this. So two big factions, two big alliances went toe-to-toe pretty much all summer. The CFC and Test. And I have been following most of it because EVE Online battles are pretty hilarious because there's always propaganda and there's always a lot of deceit. And throughout the entire fight, both sides said they were winning. And it was so cute. And some of the images and everything they came up with was pretty awesome. To join the Test movement, to join this, to join that. But basically, this last final battle took place, and more than 4,000 players were in the system, and apparently about 2,900 ships were destroyed, mainly from Test. So Test pretty much got destroyed, which a lot of people kind of assumed would happen because CFC also goes by the name of Goon Swarm. You may have heard of those guys. And they basically they brought the fleet. I watched it. They surrounded the fountain with 1 billion Megathrons. This is a battleship that I really love. If you go to my profile on twitch.tv/Bwana/profile, you'll see a giant picture of a Megathron ship. They had a bunch of them just surrounding Test's base. And it was a defensive posture from an offensive attack. And the battle went on for like 5 hours, and finally CFC just destroyed Test. And it was the biggest battle in EVE history. So many ships, so many players, all in the same space, basically fighting in slow motion. And I say slow motion because EVE Online can't handle that many people. So what they do is they slow down time. We call it TD or time or tie-dye. I'm sorry. Tie-dye I call it TD because this reminds me of Star Wars. It's called time dilation. And they slow down time as a fraction of real speed. So everything's going in slow motion. Fire missiles! Red alert! We're being attacked! You know, stuff like that. So the battle probably in real time was like a half hour, but it took like 5 hours to finish. I don't know the exact numbers, but it was massive. It was massive. So check the story out. Rock Paper Shotgun has an account of it. It's all over the web. It was on the not Washington. It was on Forbes. It was on a lot of big websites about how much happened in this big, huge battle with EVE Online. Check it out, guys. Speaking of EVE, let's take a breath. What if I told you that you can combine Minecraft and EVE Online to make a game called StarMade? Would you believe me? No, Morpheus, I wouldn't believe you. StarMade. Minecraft and EVE. StarMade is a Minecraft-inspired 3D sandbox space shooter. You can explore, you can design, customize, you can destroy, salvage, physics, stealth, multi-platform, runs on Windows, Mac, and Linux. You can share, you can export your ships as blueprints, you can upload your blueprints to other ships, you can make your own ships, you can fight for stuff. There's a tutorial. It's an alpha state, StarMade. One must wonder how this is going to turn out, because that's just way too much chocolate in the pot. Because you know you can make some really nice, tasty desserts. But if you put too much sugar on it or too much chocolate, it might be a little bit bitter. Might actually taste a little bit bitter to the mouth, because you'll be like, oh my goodness, that's just way too sweet. Give me some water. Too much sugar, man. I don't know. This may be too much. This may be too much for the universe to handle. There may be some repercussions. We may, I don't know, if 5 players play at the same time, there may be a black hole forming in the Sahara Desert. It may be too much. The universe can't handle this. Minecraft, EVE Online.
Tune in to all things Bwana throughout the week on live.bwana.tv and on twitchtv.com/Bwana.
Okay, now that I got a headache, let's talk about that other Star game, Star Citizen, which has captured the hearts of many players. Because it combines a lot of what I talked about in EVE Online that we love, and it's offering some of the real-time fighting controls that we've seen in previous games. And I am approaching a very, very, very weird attitude with this. Let's talk about the story first. They hit 15 million from a crowdfunding perspective. So you guys sent them so much money that they got $15 million ready to go. So for me, at this point, Star Citizen has absolutely no choice but to succeed now. They cannot falter or fail in any way, given, shape, or form. $15 million. If they come back and say we need more money, or we can't do this, or we're delayed, or it's just it's gonna be a bleh. $36,249 per day in the last 5 days. You guys are just throwing more money at them. And they've added a new goal. A new goal. Should the project hit $17 million, they get a new battle cruiser ship class, and all backers will receive a ship upgrade package that includes an engine modifier. So they're just throwing more just bells and whistles and features at all these people throwing money at it. I don't know, man. The game is the definition of ambitious. If you see what the game's trying to do and what they're saying on paper, you may be skeptical too. I mean, you got an online persistent space opera simulator fighting game that's just gonna have everything. Throw us all your money and we'll build everything. So I mean, I was excited for it, but now I'm like, all right, y'all, you kind of have to do excellent. This needs to get 120 out of 100 ratings. because you just crowdfunded $15 million. The excuses are no longer a benefit that you have, my good sir. You are ours now. I don't know what I'm talking about, but Star Citizen, guys, check it out. They got a website. Robert Space Industries. If you Google that, you'll go to their website. 15 million is ridiculous. I mean, this is crowdfunded. This is money that they got. This is money that they got simply by soliciting their fans. This is not any kind of, series of funding and going to venture capitalists. No, this is mom and pop and Jimmy Joe Bob, who works at the GameStop down the street, sending their pennies to help this game just get what it needs to do. And I that's a lot of freaking money. A lot of freaking money. So check it out, guys. Over on Joystick, they got the details over there. Now we're going to talk about Planetside 2. Planetside 2. As if a planet had one side that was big enough, you flip it around and it's got the other side. Planetside 2. Now this is a sequel to Planetside, a game that I have had so many mixed emotions about. I mean, it's been so many ups and downs. I mean, I'll have a great time, and all of a sudden they'll break it, and I'm hating it. And I'm like, I don't want to even look at it. I hate you, Planetside. Ooh, a new rocket launcher. Let's Planetside. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, the freaking vanity suck. Ugh, I hate Planetside. I hate everything about it. Ooh, a new gun. Let me try this. Pew, 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 pew. It's giving me a mixture of emotions, and I love the game. I do. I think this is like number 2 in terms of free to play games where I've dumped money in it. I think last holiday they had Triple Station Cash, and I bought that was pretty much my Christmas present. You guys got like new games and new hardware and stuff and new things. I blew all my money on Triple Station Cash, and I'm still going through it. But Sony Online Entertainment, SOE Live, is going on this week, and I meant to talk about this in the intro. There's so many things going on in the gaming world. There's the International 3 with Dota 2. There's SOE Live. There's QuakeCon. There's so much going on. There was a lot of news. I don't want to bombard you with all that stuff because that's probably going to be coming next week as more summaries come out. But Planetside 2. They announced at SOE Live that a new continent, this is a jungle continent called Hossin, that's going to be coming in Planetside very, very soon. It looks really good. It's a different take on the worlds. I mean, they got a snow world, they got a couple of forestry worlds and mountainous worlds, and now a jungle biome, if you will, if you're thinking from a Minecraft perspective. So it looks good. I can't wait to try it. Hopefully they will take what they've learned from the other 3 continents of Amarish, Esamir, and Endar, and hopefully with this one they will learn their lessons, because those continents have had some ups and downs. Like I said, there's been some really bad problems, and coming up with things like the lattice system where they dictate which routes can basically progress your takeover paths of territory. That really helped some of the battles be controlled instead of just everybody's in one spot, everybody's in this spot, everybody, it was kind of out of control. So tree dense jungle, fog, and all kinds of, you might have some visibility issues and stuff. So, I mean, that's cool because we had the same kind of things on Esamir with the snow world. So it gives you a different type of gameplay, a different type of look, which is something that you need in a game that you play this much, that has a persistent nature. You're going to be seeing the same bases, same players. To offer a new continent is very, very cool. Check it out, guys. This is over on mtvmultiplayer.com. There you got the details over there. Planetside 2 is getting a new continent called Hossin. Now, okay. It has been a very, 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 very long time since I've been excited about a game, namely an MMORPG. And the idea of EverQuest and Next really excites me. Now, currently, my number one MMO that I'm looking forward to is Final Fantasy 14: A Realm Reborn. I was playing in the alpha and the beta, and it's really clean and has all the elements to be a successful MMO. So when I saw EverQuest Next announced at SOE Live, my jaw literally dropped. What Sony did, they came out, they talked about EverQuest history. They showed player stories, people getting married, meeting each other, and their lives being changed, and people, helping their sicknesses, getting through their sicknesses because of this game. And Sony touted that EverQuest basically thrusted the MMORPG genre to where it is today, and I agree with that. It may not have been the very first, but it was the very first popular one. And people talk about World of Warcraft, but you got to recognize EverQuest. EverQuest was there in the beginning. Now, with that said, Sony took the attitude that, hey, since we helped define the genre 15 some odd years ago, let's do it again. So they're shaking up what we think of MMORPGs, and they're calling these Holy Grails. He defined them as Holy Grails, and I think there's 4 of them. 4 or 5 of them. And I'm going to talk through each one of these, and you're going to see why this game sounds very, very exciting. The first one is called multi-classing, which kind of has already been done. Multi-classing is what, Final Fantasy 11 even did, where you can have 2 jobs at the same time. One character can basically be any class they want. Like I said, Final Fantasy 11 did this. Guild Wars 2 made it popular again. And Final Fantasy 14 and Realm Reborn is going to do it. You don't have to roll a new character to do a new job. And the take that they're doing is that they are telling you have to explore to unlock the jobs. There's going to be, I'm sorry, not the jobs, the classes. I keep saying jobs. The classes. There's going to be over 40 classes at launch, and you're going to have to explore to unlock them and actually grow in them. So multi-classing is something that the traditional MMO did not have. I agree. So, but it has been done. So this was kind of like a meh one. Now the next one is called A Life of Consequence. And what they're going to do is they're going to allow you to progress through the world. And the AI is going to remember every choice you've made. And they're going to react accordingly. So you're going to have kind of your own unique take on the story. And I think this is a pretty popular one because I forgot what they call the AI thing, and they don't have it in this article. Oh no, that's the next one. But yeah, A Life of Consequence. So if you're asked to do something and it's almost like the Mass Effect type of thing where your choices actually matter. It's going to track your choices and actions, and it's going to give you new choices based on those. So it's called A Life. And the way they're saying this is that this is a break from traditional MMOs because you have static quests. It was just like, blah, 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 do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, this. But now it's going to change based on your decisions that you make. So A Life of Consequences is another one. The third one, Destructible Environments. EverQuest Next is going to be a voxel-based game. And you will have the opportunity and the ability to destroy the world. Some of your abilities are going to destroy buildings. They're going to create craters in the world. They're going to break down walls. You're going to have abilities to create structures that enemies are going to have to break down to get to you. If you don't know what voxels are, they're tiny cubes. Cubes? Exactly. So what they're combining Forge Light, which is Planetside 2's engine, and they're going to modify that and create a voxel-based engine. So far, that's 3 major things that have departed from the traditional MMORPG. Now, you've got a destructible world. So naturally, you want to explore through it, right? The world is no longer a surface world. Traditional MMOs just have a surface world with instances of caves and things like that. EverQuest Next is going to have 3 layers of the world. And you will be able to tunnel down into every layer. You will be able to dig your way down to several layers. They will have a top layer, they'll have a middle layer, and they'll have a magma layer. And there's going to be content and quests and dynamic events throughout all of them. I'm not done. The next one is called Emergent AI. And what they're doing is that they're the thing that I guess I can relate to is that they're giving the monsters preferences on where they want to be and how they want to react. And they're essentially releasing them into the world. So in traditional MMORPGs, you know, they set up static spawn spots. Like, okay, you go here, the monsters will spawn, you kill them, sooner or later they'll respawn. In this game with Emergent AI, they will roam the world and go places that they want to go. And the example they use in the presentation is that the orcs prefer to be in areas that are not near cities, that will give them opportunity to get gold and some other characteristics. And what they'll do is that they'll roam the world until they find something that meets that criteria, and then they'll set up a camp. So, combined with your choices that is going to change everything they tell you to do, the world is destructible. The NPCs are going to be in I don't want to call them predictable. They're going to be in unpredictable locations at any time. You've got a seriously dynamic environment here. Crazy dynamics here. And this they actually talk about here. It says orcs may have specific likes and dislikes. They may like to camp alongside roads where they know only a few adventurers travel and are looking for gold. They don't like cities due to the guards, and they don't like highly populated areas to get their faces smashed in constantly. What this means is that these creatures get introduced into the world and they go out and find areas that they like to fit their needs. Their likes and needs may be right next door to your village, or maybe somewhere you're not. If these various creatures are becoming a threat or problem, is up to the player to find a means of pushing them away. So you may get a quest to drive these monsters out. And that to me is very, very cool. Now, another Grail. I'm not done. Now, the voxel-based world is kind of a temporary thing. So when you destroy a building, the world will eventually heal itself. So people are like, oh, players are going to grief the whole world. It's going to be a mess. The world is going to eventually heal itself when you destroy buildings and stuff like that. So don't think your destruction is permanent. But the game is going to have an option called, or a Grail called permanent change, where they're going to have these giant server-wide public quests. It's almost like SimCity, where you build a natural wonder. That's what it reminds me of. It's like SimCity's the Wonders, where everybody contributes to build a wonder of the world or whatever. And in these permanent changes, you can change the world. You're going to be tasked to maybe build up a city. You're going to be tasked to maybe destroy something, and it's going to be permanent when you're done. And it's going to take months to finish. So you could optionally participate in these things, like give supplies or do quests to do things. And they're actually going to be called rallying calls. So they showed a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about. So it's not just on paper. The destructive environments, I haven't talked about how the characters look, and their art style reminds me of Pixar, which is not a bad thing. It's a very Pixar-looking game in terms of exaggerated features and expressions. So they've really come through with this. And they have a parkour-like movement system where you can jump, slide down mountains, vault over things simply by moving. And there's so much in this game. And I'm not done. So you've got the ability to create all this stuff, or you got the ability to destroy worlds and participate in all this cool stuff. And what they're going to do, I can't believe it. They're going to give us tools to build worlds using this engine and this technology. And it's going to be called EverQuest Next Landmark. It's coming this year. And they're going to give you the ability to claim land, use this technology to build your own world. And on top of that, once you've learned to master these tools, they're going to allow us, the players, to help build the worlds in EverQuest Next. And they're going to utilize, what's it called? Their Steam workshop equivalent, the Player Studio. You're going to be able to upload your worlds to Player Studio and people can use it and buy it. It's so, like I said, it's been a long time since I've been excited about an MMO, but there is just so much good in this thing that it's hard not to take notice. It's easy to be skeptical because I am, because that's a lot of stuff. And this game's been scrapped, reborn, scrapped, reborn, scrapped, reborn so many times. And what they said at the SOE Live is that the rationale behind this is that they want to do something different. They said, we're tired of playing the same game. And I agreed. I'm like, oh, thank you so much for saying that. We're tired of playing the same game over and over and over and over and over again. Now, Guild Wars 2 came out and they tried to do something similar to this. They said, we're tired of everything being the same and we're going to do something different. If EverQuest Next does what they promise on here, this will be the most innovative MMO to come out since the original genre was created. There's nothing out there remotely close to any of these features in an MMO RPG capacity. Now you can say, oh, Minecraft has voxel-based, procedurally based generated worlds, which are in this. The worlds are going to be procedurally generated. So they're not going to be the same every time. There's just so much stuff to take in. I don't know how you can not take notice and follow this. You can either be skeptical like I am and excited at the same time, because that's the way I feel. I really hope they can pull this off, because oh man, I've never seen this much good stuff about a game in one spot. They're literally promising us the world. So check it out, guys. This was over on MMO Hut, but there's a lot of sites that have stories about this. I picked this one because it talked about the Holy Grails, these major pillars that differentiate EverQuest Next from previous MMORPGs out there. No one out there will dare call this game a WoW clone if they deliver. If you call this game a WoW clone after hearing what I just said, and this stuff actually comes to fruition, I'm just not going to listen to anything you say ever again. Check it out, guys. They got details.
Please support Game Chat with Bwana by turning off your ad blocking software.
Okay. Welcome to the future, where no longer will people be accused of cheating with their controllers or aimbots. You're using neurostimulators to cheat. No one can aim that fast. No one can shoot that clearly. No one can do X, Y, and Z that I can't think of right now. Check it out, guys. A gaming headset that claims it will make you a better gamer by shocking your brain. I ain't making this up. This gaming headset will provide neural stimulation to increase your focus. And they're calling the Focus Gaming Headset. It's going to overclock your head. This is stuff that you see in animes. That you see in like these sci-fi shows where they show this person using some sort of a implant to make themselves better at something. I mean, this is like sci-fi. This stuff that we used to look forward to as children, watching these shows, and now they're trying to do it. But there's something about the term shock your brain that makes me say nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope. Nope. No. No, 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 no. I will gladly have a negative KD in Call of Duty. I will gladly die 100,000 times in Dota 2. I will gladly take the defeat. I will take the blame. It's my fault, team. I ain't getting no shocks to the brain. In order to be part of our clan, you need to have a focused headset. Now, I know you guys don't want this, but we want to win. And in order to win, we must take advantage of every possible avenue to take the game, to take this over. We are going to rule. Y'all, you go over there and shock your brains while I'll be over here enjoying my shockless brain that's stimulated by my own imagination. I don't know, man. $250 for this. I don't need anything to excite my neurons into firing faster. I will gladly take what my body has given me because that means that I am a gamer. I'm old school, guys. If any of you guys are considering this, can I slap you? Can I reach through your screen and slap you a couple times? Maybe, I don't know, kick you in the shin. Something to stimulate your brain to say, wait a minute. Perhaps I'm thinking about this all wrong. Guys, don't shock your brain to get better at a video game. Just don't. Please. Check it out, guys. MTB has a story. MTB multiplayer. I don't know what else to say about it. Don't do it. That's all I can say.
Do you love Game Chat? Are you looking for a way to show your appreciation? Become a Bwana.tv premium subscriber. Check out the details at Bwana.tv/donate.
Alright, guys, that concludes episode 77 of Game Chat with Bwana. I want to thank everybody for coming by today. It's a fairly, not a very long show, but we talked about some very interesting stuff. That EverQuest Next, man, is pretty freaking awesome. Also, guys, there's a lot of stuff going on in the gaming world. SOE Live, there's QuakeCon, there is the International 3 with Dota 2. So much stuff happening. If you're a gamer, it's a great time to be watching online content. Come over to twitch.tv. A lot of this stuff is being streamed live. That stuff I talked about with EverQuest Next was streamed on Twitch. That QuakeCon is being streamed live on Twitch. The International is being streamed live on Twitch. So come to Twitch. If you come by Twitch, stop by here. Stop by this channel. Twitch.tv/Bwana. This is where I talk about new things. Lately, I got the boips. I don't know why. The boips. Lately, we've been playing Minecraft. I've been checking out the new FTB Unleashed pack. This has been pretty fun. In between, I've been playing a little Dota 2 and some things like that. I haven't been playing a lot of games lately. I just been doing shows. Trying to keep up on the content, man. Bwana.org radio. Check out that podcast. Radio.bwana.org. You can check out this podcast here at Bwana.tv. And all that content, including gaming clips, is over on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/iobuffer. Also follow me on Google+, google.com/+Bwana. I'm over there as well. That concludes episode 77 of Game Chat with Bwana. And I will see you all next time. Everybody have a great week and game on. Bye-bye.